Alrighty, so this is going to be a pretty short video. This is for the Cale machines for the White River Surface slot. There's really only two things I do on here. One is to grab the daily revenue for the daily reports. For that, we are going to go to card transactions. We're going to expand that, and then end of day list. So from here, it'll always kind of save your previous polls, like today I was pulling the second, so you want to make sure it is. Oh, looks like they actually changed it a little bit, but oh no, we're good. So yeah, so for the second, you're gonna pull midnight until 11:59. So you can see the 10-2 midnight, 10-2 11:59. Every now and then it's good to go check, make sure it says AM to PM. I think I had one instance where it changed and what I pulled wasn't right. But yep, after you select the date, actually we'll just go to the 3rd just to show something new. As you can see, this didn't change at all. So we still got that full day in there. Click apply, and then the total you're looking for is right here, and the count is this number right here. So I know if you first kind of start using the site, yeah, you might get kind of mixed up on, the Visa or the MasterCard or other. But yeah, I always find the total and then total quantity. So, yep. And then the only other thing I do is checking people that paid. So if someone, like, say, got a violation on the lot and I went to appeal that, but they didn't have their receipt. Sometimes it gets lost or whatever. You go to purchases and then purchases again, and then you'll need to put in the date range. You can put in the amount, code. Typically, code is their license plate. So say, what was I looking up today? I can't remember the plate, but here, let's just let's do a search for all this. Let's see. So yeah, from 8:21 to 9:23. So this is a this is how I found someone's vehicle earlier today. If you want to search their last four of their credit card, you can put a little star and then the last four of their credit card, and then when you hit apply, it's gonna pull it up. See their mass pan. So it shows more of their credit card number as well. But yeah, if you're searching by credit card, mass pan, star, credit card numbers. You can also do purchase type if they did. Well, they changed a few things. Huh. Used to be able to put like a purchase type cash or credit or whatever, but yeah, I guess you just ignore that now. I said if it's between an amount, you can put it up here. Usually I do equals because typically, they know exactly what they paid. And then, like I said, if you want to search by their plate, so let's search. Yeah, where's the code? So AGF A33. A33. She thought it was 833. So I could never find her car in here until I put in her card number. But yeah, let's take that out. And boom. If you want to look at all the vehicles during that time frame, just clear everything except for the dates, and there you go. It shows how they paid. It shows their time, amount, if it's a bus, if it's a car. Yeah, how many hours, and then yeah, these are all the the credit card numbers. These two don't really mean much. Transaction reference, external ID, and then you got the code or the license plate here. I think these E's might be me testing on that day. I'm not quite sure. FFJJ, I'm not quite sure either. Obviously, if they have their receipt in the window, it doesn't really matter. But yep, like I said, you can also do dynamic time span, which is what I typically use, as long as it's somewhat recent. So yesterday, last 7 days, last week, this week, this month, last month, so like that. And then trying to think, there should be one other thing. Yeah, I think they must have removed it. I don't know what it was. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, just make sure the date range you put in is good. If you're going by a credit card number, yeah, this mass pans, which you'll search for. Enter the amount. Like I said, you always kind of want it to be equal, but you know, if they forget how much they paid, you know, it's like, oh, I know it was less than, you know, full day, so you can put in less than like 40 or 15 if it's only a few hours or whatever. And then the code is license plate. So, yep. If they, oh, one thing I haven't done in a while is receipts. So once you find them on here, go over here. Don't click on it. Just hover over and then view receipt. And bada boom. That is the receipt. I guess it'll tell you if it was the north kiosk or the south kiosk, but yep. Other than that, yeah, none of this other stuff really works. Yeah, this is something relatively new since Flowbird kind of bought out Cale or whatever happened, but and then this terminal balance is the one that you should be able to see cash, but it's not truly accurate. Sometimes if I'm going to use it, just kind of a rough guesstimate of how much is in there. I think it's actually collections, uncollected terminals. So yeah, I emptied everything on the 1st. So yeah, it's been 3 days since it's been collected, and you should have 216 in bills in the south and then $8 in the north. But like I said, these aren't always accurate. Honestly, every time I've tried to match them from what I pulled, and I know I was the only one that touched them, yeah, it was off. You know, typically I think it's usually off by like 5 or 10, and then there's one time there's a few times where it was off by like hundreds. Yeah, it made no sense. So yeah, if you want to just kind of rough guesstimate, these are usually close to being accurate, but I wouldn't fully trust them as accurate numbers. So, although since Flowbird took over, we could probably start testing that, see if they've got it right now. But my guess would be no. But yep, that's about it on the Cale machines or Flowbird machines or whatever you want to call the wire lot machines. And we are on to the next video.